What do people waste money on that amazes you? My former boss spent over $1,000 on her Candy Crush addiction. I spent about $2,000 on Hearthstone cards back when the game was actually fun. Crappy expansions were the best thing that ever happened to my wallet. The amount of money that people have to pay for a funeral is insane. Embalming, a casket, flowers, etc. The funeral industry is a racket. Cremation is the way to go. Even better, in most states it's legal to just have your family shroud and bury you. It turns your body into compost. That makes more sense to me than spending $10,000 just to be buried anyway. Ugh, my grandpa died a few years ago and my grandma got convinced that he needed a $20,000 casket. We tried so hard to talk her out of it. He's dead and doesn't care, no one is going to see it, etc. She straight up said he would want her to get it. She put it on credit and will be paying that off the rest of her life, even though he left her practically financially destitute. A wealthy lady's French poodle had a jewel-studded collar with real diamonds, rubies, and sapphires. The French poodle's name, Mignon, was inscribed in sterling silver and affixed to the collar. I would have been concerned to take the dog for a walk for fear someone would have stolen it for the incredible value of the collar. Of course, it's a poodle. Edit, and a French one at that. My cousin spent $500 on some golden goose shoes that legit look like you took a pair of Converse sneakers and left them outside for a month and then slapped a shitload of sequins on them. $500 for a pair of shoes that are designed to look worn out, complete waste. A 120K banana duct taped to a wall. That was the point of the artwork. The artist was getting frustrated that people would just buy anything of his and that the value was massively overinflated. Well, task failed successfully. My coworker wears socks twice, without washing them, kinda gross, but beside the point, and then throws them out and buys new ones. Says he spends about $50 a month on socks. I spend less than that on socks in a year. Bath water, hair, clothing, etc. of celebrities. No, I don't want Taylor Swift's purse, no I don't want so-and-so's bath water, like why? Insane amounts of Christmas decorations. I think it's fine to have lights and a tree and a few things around the house. You don't need your whole front yard to glow and be full of blow-up Santas and snowmobiles. When people buy a vowel on Wheel of Fortune. Back in 2017 this girl in my class bought a $100 fidget spinner. Funko Pops. The idea of any adult buying a hunk of cheap plastic that barely resembles the character it's meant to be based on, that doesn't do anything and serves no purpose is just absurd to me. I have a friend who has high dress of the things, all these limited edition ones. He whines about space in his house, how he has no money for things he enjoys, how his car breaking down cripples him, how he earns shitty money, yet he buys these things constantly. Utter madness. A family member of mine pays for designer dirt for her to plant her wheatgrass seeds in. She gets top-quality organic soil shipped to her house once a month. She has been encouraged to throw out the top-shelf dust after 2 uses, for you see, it becomes inert and no longer has the life-sustaining capabilities of growing wheatgrass. And obviously people who sell organic dirt to people all over the US don't actually care about the environment or people's health. They want you to throw the dirt away because you can make more money off of them. Hoes. Hookers are cheaper than GF/wife. Big facts. Animal clothes. But they're so cute. I mean, most animal clothes I absolutely agree, but if you live in a very hot or very cold climate, getting doggy booties, so they don't burn freeze their little paws, I get. Also, sweaters for short-haired breeds, dog or cat depending on how cold it is, in cold climates. But just putting them in clothes for the sake of appearances is weird. I knew someone who spent $400 on a pair of sunglasses. I see so many people buying jeans with hole pre-made in them or shorts that are supposed to look like you cut the lugs off them. I've heard some of them pay over $50 for them, for holes. Rip your damn jeans yourself. It's the same effect, and I don't a single person would be able to tell the difference or care enough to tell the difference. Rocks. As a mover, I have seen countless rich people spend thousands on rocks. Those lip injections. No one looks good with them. No one. And their mouths are always permanently open in the middle. The dry mouth must be incessant. Cake. I've seen people spend thousands on something that will only last a couple of hours. It's not even healthy. Source: retired cake decorator. Honestly, sneakerheads. People buy shoes like it's crack, wear them once or twice and stash them in a box or don't even use them. It's one thing buying nice clothes to look and feel sharp, but consistently buying shoes only to barely wear half of what you have? Thing is, I see this the most with people that barely make enough to get by, but who am I to judge? I've had people ask me why I spend money on computer parts and networking equipment. E-girls. Let's be honest, we all know of a couple and it's insane how much people pay them. I mean, some girls have Patreon subscriptions that cost well more than $300 plus a month. Coupled with their Amazon wish lists in which people just buy them whatever item they place on there. I'm really just waiting for Business Insider or something to make a video revealing just how much they make a month from their e-girl business. Hats. I know a guy who owned hundreds of hats. Hats he's never going to wear. Every sports team in existence in the US that sells a hat, he has one. It's not even that they are a display, he keeps them in boxes because he doesn't have the space for them. Donating money to Kylie Jenner to help her become a billionaire. Or to Kanye West. I just don't understand. My girlfriend spent $12 on a face mask. A one-use face mask that does absolutely nothing. For $12. And that was when it was on special. No, normally when she buys it, it's $20. Why? I once dating a charming young woman from Manhattan. I knew her dad was wealthy. But one evening we were walking from the train to my apartment and she said, "Can you please slow down? These shoes cost $5,000. They were pretty shoes, but I'd have also believed her if she told me that they'd cost $40 at H&M. That was, for several reasons, our last night together. What really amazes me is how people can spend money on buying a star. There is no use. Like literally none. You can't even see it. A friend of mine, who is fairly wealthy, invited me to get a tan with her. Of course, I decline, but she then goes on about how she goes to Brazil monthly to get a professional tan. She tells me a tan there costs $300 a person, and I don't even want to think about the plane tickets. But $300 to just make your skin darker? Really? And turns out she's leaving school for a month in February to go on her yearly Italy trip because her dad has a penthouse there. Sigh. Oxygenated water. I watched my cousin buy $150 worth of hair pieces. They were literally just cheap feathers with a clip attached and each feather was a different color. She spends money like it grows on trees and now she's broke. She can't get a job because she literally has no skills at all and can't keep one in the first place. She lies on her resume, lol. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. See you next time.